Hi guys, welcome to Phoenix Rising. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell for all your latest updates. Now today I wanted to talk about negative thoughts and limiting beliefs. I know that if you're watching this, that you're probably going through something in your life as well with regards to business or whatnot that makes you feel that you may or may not be able to achieve what you want to achieve or the goal that you've set out for yourself. I know. I've been there many times. And when we're going through this kind of belief, it's sometimes hard to get ourselves out of that rut. What about if we do this and we don't succeed? Or what about if we do that and we don't succeed? Or maybe we've got a friend or family member that says that, it's not possible, what you're thinking about is not realistic. The term realistic is very subjective, but people feel that way, so let's discuss it. The reality is that anything in your life is dictated by you. It doesn't matter if you're not successful today, as long as you've got a path to where you want to be tomorrow. And by tomorrow, it doesn't necessarily mean literally tomorrow, but your future, where you want to be, your plan of attack, where you want to go. Negative thoughts only hold us back. They don't actually allow us to achieve anything. In fact, a lot of the times it's negative thoughts that actually stop us from actually going out and starting something, going out and starting that business, going out and getting that job promotion, going out and trying something new for the first time. Sometimes it's daunting because these thoughts of, what about if I fail? What if I fail? What if this? What if that? Well, you know what if is? What if is instant failure. It's the best way to fail, because while you're thinking what if, you're actually selling yourself a reason why you can't do something as opposed to why you can do something. I don't believe that you have to have the best education, come from the greatest neighborhoods, or have the richest friends or family members to be able to be very successful and build your own wealth. I don't believe that you have to work a day job for the rest of your life in order to, have the basic necessities in life either. But these type of thoughts and opinions that I have didn't take overnight. In fact, it's from many, many years of trying and failing and succeeding and everything else in between that's made me think like this. I know that if you're watching this right now, you're probably thinking, well, it's easy for you to say, dude. You're not sitting in my shoes. Well, the reality is that coming from a guy that's tried, succeeded and failed, I have been in your shoes, and you know what? I'm here to change my life and make it even better, and you can as well. So in business, the biggest tackle is actually going out and actually beginning to start the business. That is always the hard part. The second part is actually spending the money that you've managed to save or acquire, because of that fear factor, that holdback that makes you go, oh, what about if it doesn't succeed? That fear, that inner self, that inner little person inside you that doesn't want you to take a risk. I was talking to a friend of mine recently that, was telling me the biggest reason why that they hadn't gone out and tried anything was because of something that happened as a kid on a vacation. They were sold something that was, not what it was supposed to be, and that fear of that happening again held them back. It's sad, but a lot of the times that people don't have the guidance, or they don't feel they can speak up and talk about these things, and it makes them hold back within themselves, going out and trying and getting over that hurdle, or getting over that issue in the past, or getting over that last failure, or something that has held you back. That's the first hurdle. The second hurdle is actually going out and doing it. I know it's daunting. For me, in life, things have been daunting as well. So I know what that feeling is like. Let me go back and explain a little bit about my history. When I started, before I started in business for the first time, I tried to get a real estate job, and I knocked on every door, I believe, in my area, there was quite a few real estate agents in the area I'm in, probably over 100, and each time, you know, someone would say no, or there was another reason why, you know, I wasn't good enough or whatnot. You know what? For ages there, I thought maybe I can't sell things. Maybe I can't go out there and try. And it wasn't until I got another job and I actually became quite a good salesperson that I realized that it wasn't true. That inner self that told me that I wasn't able to do these things, it was not true. So now, like, fast forward to starting my own business, and when the first time I actually put my money down and built it, I actually started from my parents' backyard, not backyard, I actually started from my parents' back bedroom. And you know what? That was really challenging, and for a long time there, for the first year, I thought I'm never going to be able to get out of here. I'm never going to be able to make enough money, until I went out and just signed the lease of an office and just did it. And you know, it's funny, as you just go out there and try to do something, and you actually go out there and you give it your all and you put that pressure on yourself, sometimes that's when things happen. Sometimes it's those moments. You don't need to have a huge investment to start a business. People think that. You know, a lot of people think, oh, gee, you must have put a lot of money in. You know, sometimes I've seen from my own past is that there's a problem with having too much money, just as much as there's a problem with not having enough money. So, not always does, if someone has a lot of money, that their chances of success is 50,000 times higher. You know, we can look back to other entrepreneurs that have been successful and see that that wasn't always the case, and they didn't always start from everything. That's why I'm discussing this today. Obviously, I discussed in my first video about the challenge that I'm putting myself through. And, you know, working a job, I spoke about in the second video, was about working a job. And, you know, even though it's quite difficult, just saving that money to be able to start my first real business. Guys, you can save your money if you want to. You don't have to go out to eat tonight. You don't have to go and spend all your money at something that you quite enjoy. You've got to take some sacrifice to be able to get through this. That's where the negative influence within yourself starts. You first think, oh, I can't do it. And then you think, oh, I've got to go and make myself happy. So to make myself happy, I'm going to go do something I like, which involves spending money, which puts yourself behind on your goal and your mission. Then you feel upset with yourself again. So it's like a vicious cycle. You know, if you speak to an old person and you ask that old person about what they wish they could have done in their life differently, a lot of the times they'll tell you is taking more risks and trying harder and following their dreams. You know, they won't tell you, oh, you know, I wish I had have just done everything I did in my life again, unless they were already successful or they'd already built the life that they desired. But for the majority of people, they didn't build the life that they desired, and it was purely based on fear, negative thoughts, negative influences. So if you're in that type of situation, what I suggest you to do is spend less time with negative people. Don't always listen to what your head is saying about fear, because a lot of the time it's just fear, right? Take that step back and really think to yourself, look around and say, am I happy with the current situation that I'm in? If the answer is no, then that's fine. Say, what am I going to do to change it? It's not necessarily, oh, okay, let's go start another job or whatnot, you know. Or sometimes it's like, what is my hobbies? What are my passions? What do I want to feel good about myself doing? And build your brand or your business around that. Because I know that's what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be negative. It can be really positive and uplifting. I know for me, the most positive and uplifted I feel is when I'm actually going out and doing it. When I'm actually thinking to myself, you know what, how much I'm going to succeed. I think not today, but 1-2 years down the line when I'm really successful, and I think to myself, wow, like, you know, this is all the fruits of my labor. This is the patience that I had. This is the discipline that I put myself in. This is the sacrifices that I made. So that's what I'm thinking about, and that's what I think that you should be thinking as well. Start today asking yourself these questions. What sacrifices am I making? What am I going to change about what I'm doing currently at the moment? Are the people I'm surrounding myself, are they uplifting me and motivating me to push forward? Or are they bringing me down and making me feel like I can't achieve? And then the next one would be, can you see yourself being where you want to be? Can you envision it? Can you see it in your head? Because it's so important that you can see where you want to be. And if you need to go for a drive and maybe look at bigger houses, or, you know, something that's not expensive. If you can go and have a look at those things and think, wow, this is where I want to be, well, start with building a plan of attack. Start by committing yourself to it, because that's what I'm doing, and that's what you should be doing. Because nobody on this planet deserves to be unsuccessful. No one on this planet deserves to feel like they never took a risk or a chance. Doesn't mean it has to succeed. You're still a success because you went out and tried. You did what 95% of other people will never do. And that's the truth. Like, no, speak to most people. They'll tell you, oh, I can't do that. Oh, that's too hard for me. I don't know how you're doing it. And then when you're successful, people will say, oh, I really hope I could be like you one day. Oh, I could never do what you are able to do. It's just something I can't do. And just think to yourself, it's those thoughts, especially when spoken out loud, they're the things that are holding you back, or holding those people back. But when you start telling yourself, I can achieve this, I will achieve this, I don't care what people think, the only person's opinion that matters is my own, then your life begins to change. Everything changes. And suddenly you start to see the success that you build. And it doesn't mean your bank account is packed with loads of money, but you start seeing change. You start seeing the things that you envisioned happening in real life, in actual, you can touch it. So, look guys, if you have any questions or queries about this, or you're having negative thoughts and you just feel like you want someone to talk to, drop a message below. Leave a comment. If you think the value of the information I've provided is good, hit me a like. At the end of the day, guys, I'm building this journey and I want to show and pass on some information that I've learnt along my life and along the journey that I'm building today. Don't settle for less than you're worth. You deserve to have everything in your life that you want to achieve. It is possible. You do not have to come from success to be success. You will get there. So once again, guys, like, share and subscribe to this channel and this video. Every little bit helps and supports this journey. I appreciate it, and like I said, reach out if you want to discuss anything further. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video.